Hello, everybody. It's Lynda Light, and I'm here for a very special short briefing from the Galactics and update. Bev Marson was going to be joining us tonight, but Mercury retrograde got in the way, and she just wanted to say hi to everybody. And we're going to let you know that she's going to be on tomorrow night. We're going to have a very, very special broadcast with Bev bringing us information for the astrology end of it. So please tune in tomorrow night. We didn't set the time yet, but we usually go around 7 or 7:30. We'll see what works. Just check my channel tomorrow and you'll see when that is. And click the little bell for notifications so that you can get a notification when we actually do go live tomorrow night. But that should be done in advance, probably, but before midday. Also, all right, so here's the galactic updates that I want to give you because there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of people that are, I want to say beings. There's a lot of spiritual beings who are receiving upgrades in their missions. And the upgrades in their missions includes special groupings for experiments. Okay. So experiments, not, I don't like that word. Let's say beta testing. Okay. And as our bodies, we know as we ascend, we're going from carbon based to crystalline. So as this is happening, we are in need of the process of transforming the body, which comes from, plasmic upgrades and crystalline grid networks and all these things. So there's so many layers to this and it's really complicated, but we don't need to know it all. That's the beauty of it. So you got to, connect with your soul and trust within, trust the information that you're getting. If you're not familiar with the Ascension, I'm just going to give a real quick plug for ascensionmaps.com because that will help you get to know yourself. That will help you reconnect with your soul when you're galactic, become more quantum. I created this as part of my life's work. It is for anyone who is new to the ascension path, new to their spirituality, asking questions about how do I connect with my soul? How do I connect with that higher self of mine? They're asking questions like, there is more. I know I'm a spirit in a human body, but how do I do this? I created all of this in Ascension Maps as like a life course you can just go through. You don't have to agree with everything that I'm saying in there. It's just meant as a tool and a guidepost. It's like a treasure hunt for your soul. So I'm giving that a quick shout out and a plug. And if you find anything that's helpful in it, please consider sharing. I just had another YouTube taken down on YouTube from 3.5 years ago. It was in March or April of 2020. And you guys know my brand, right? I'm not going to give it too much. I lost my appeal. They won't put it up, but they did say I was trying to incite violence. What? Like, look at my brand. So that's the biggest reaction they're going to get out of me. Anyway, if you haven't found my Rumble channel yet, if I do get taken down from YouTube, that's where I'll be in the future. I do use that as a backup right now. So Lynda Light, and it's the channel that's 2 words, Lynda Light. The link in the description box will take you right to it. All right. Profile pic says I am Ascension Maps and it has the Mandela if you're looking for me. All right. Hopefully I'm not going anywhere on YouTube. But I wanted to talk about your mission upgrades because they're volunteer, and whether you know it or not, they're volunteer positions. And I don't want to say by invite, but you have to reach a certain threshold of knowing yourself, knowing how to control your mind system in ways that isn't going to, affect the whole in negative ways, energetically speaking. So you don't want to overload any grid systems, especially your own. You don't want to destroy your light body just when you're starting to rebuild that and rebuilding that rainbow bridge inside of you to bridge both worlds. You don't want to like blow that up because you're not ready for it. So when you reach a certain threshold, there's different missions after certain time periods unlock to enable the channeling of information from galactic systems that come down through your mind system to interpret. And some of these new missions might include things like the anti-aging program and things that you've heard about. And I know I'm going to lose some people on that one because they say, what? Come on. Well, you guys, if you're watching this channel, like self-healing modalities that are a lot faster, or different things that work like, I'm going to talk about bilocation because that's one that I became aware of when I got my briefing or debriefing or whatever you want. I'm going to call it a brief. I'm giving you a briefing on this because it's pretty cool. When you when you are bilocating, you're not here in a body and then say down the street in a body that's carbon-based physical. Now, maybe that's what everybody has in their mind because that's what you see in the movies or you've heard about these kind of feats. Well, we're talking about different realities or different dimensions. You're already more than bi, tri, quad located. So learning how to accept those other parts of you, like the higher self, the soul level, the frequencies in the galactic community are at different dimensional and density states. It's like different radio stations almost. But if you can become that whole radio station, that is your frequency to embody all of that. You can dial in whatever channel you want to listen to, whatever frequency, whatever dimension, whatever reality. So as you get to know yourselves in those realities and become more whole, it's the integration process. It's the purging process. Well, some of these new missions are upgrading so that you can transform more clearly from a carbon base to crystalline base. It's for the ascension process. And I noticed this when they bilocated me and I was in Orion's belt. I was working in on the ship and I was working on opening a portal gateway. Okay. I didn't realize that I was going to be fully conscious, not even in a meditative state, just connected. And I didn't realize that this was going to happen. And as it was happening, I was like, all right, let's go. So I had a full conscious participation. And the human asked for a visual confirmation from Orion's belt. So as I was gazing at that star system, after I saw what I wanted to see and what I thought I was going to see was a ship or they say call it a shooting star, but it would be a ship coming in through a jump gate from light speed, and coming into our system and in our reality. And I was asking for that kind of confirmation. I didn't get that, but I did get the last link, the last light of the star, the lowest one in the southern part of the Orion's belt. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. If you know it, put it in the comments. You could Google it too if you want. I did earlier and I forget the name already. But anyway, the light, it blinked real fast after it was all complete. And I got confirmation from my galactic team. And I was told some of these upgrades are really intense. When you go through being fully bilocated like that in two places at once, and you bring that back down into your human and disconnect from over there, and you're here back in your human, you still bring the mix of that uh what do I call that? That pod of energy, that other you, that other reality, wherever you blended in with, that's still part of that comes back in with you into this body. And you're vortexing. So while the motion is happening and you come in, like it gets really intense and really tight because you're vibrating faster. And well, sometimes you throw up. Sometimes it does get you. Sometimes it does get you. Anyway, it got me. It was pretty intense. And then as I was in meditation after this, trying to just clear and calm down the systems and level it out, I was debriefed on how there's people who are going to be in different types of groups, enabling their blueprints are connected with the grid work. They're grid workers, whether they know it or not all do, but it enables you to, excuse me, to go through a type of process and to use your conscious participation for the feedback, not just how your physical body gives you feedback, like, ooh, that feels nice, or ouch, that burned, or, the feedback that you get. It's not just feedback from your body. I like this food. I don't like this food. I feel this way. I don't feel it. Not just that. It's the feedback of you using your mind system to communicate to, I don't want to say the experimenters because that really sets a bad tone for it because it's not like it's an experiment, but they're using you as a beta testing group again. So if you feel like, okay, this vortexing, I realize from the light packet of information that came in, this came from the sun, right? And you're feeling this pulse and the energy came in at the moment that it came in and you can feel it, you can identify it. And it's either Helios and Vesta or, mother, father, son, God, the combined twin flame. You can either download that information and use that within your body, or as it's being downloaded, if you feel a certain way, like, wow, I suddenly feel dizzy, you can give that feedback through your mind system to the beta testers to say, okay, it's your team. It's your team. And so you're still going to talk to your team and say, okay, team, Can you settle that down a little, please? Like, can you lower that a little? Or, hey, this feels great. Can you turn that up a little bit? Like let them know what your feedback is, as if you were sitting in an experimentation thing and you had all these wires on and they say, did you feel this over here, over here? You know, treat it as if you are actively participating in your own beta testing for the upgrades to the crystalline structures. So you'll know if you're part of that group or not, because you'll feel something and then your mind system will be in communication. And when you get into that telepathic communication with your galactic team, you'll get all kinds of answers about and you can be in more than one project. You can be in more than one beta testing. So if you know you're the master of your field and you're doing real good and or at least you're working on it, and you have claimed your full sovereignty and you're participating in this ascension, if you know all these things, then get in touch with your galactic team so that you can give them your active feedback. Okay. I have active participation and active feedback written down on my notebook like 3 or 4 times. So I think it's really important. That's why I'm going to keep saying that, because it stabilizes your fields in rotation after blasts and doses of high frequency plasma. It's uniquely created for the grand alchemical process from carbon to crystalline. So again, please use your conscious participation in these events. If you're laying down and not feeling so well, you can always request to be on a team where your self-healing is amped up a little bit, and just use that as, feel that light coming out of your fingers, feel that energy coming out, and, create your energy balls in front of a chakra, place your hands where it hurts. You'll see the energy will flow, whether you're a Reiki master or healing touch or whatever modality you want to call it. It doesn't matter. The healing is within you. It's within everybody with a soul has the ability to do this. So it's going to get a lot better. It's going to get a lot faster in 2024 too. So I will probably be doing more galactic live streams. I believe Ascension Maps Cycle 4 is going to be coming out in 2024. So I'm excited about that. That was quite a project last year. And if you haven't checked it out yet, go on, head over there and check that out. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Check the bell for notifications so that when Bev and I go live tomorrow night with the astrology, you won't miss it. And message from Bev, I was telling her, stay in your peace, or she was saying, stay in your peace. I forget who said it, but her quote that I said, can I tell them? She said, sure. It's also stay in your lane. So stay in your peace and stay in your lane. Remember, we don't judge anybody else for their experiences, nor can we tell them their experiences. I just came across something real quick. I came across something that I wrote, I don't know, a couple years ago. And it was, you and I could both eat asparagus and you could love it and I could hate it, right? Neither one of us are wrong. They're polar opposites, love and hate, right? But it's the same experience. We both had the same experience of eating that asparagus. I still don't like it. So enjoy your asparagus, everybody. Eat your greens. Stay well. Stay in your peace. And come back tomorrow night to check out the conversation Bev and I are going to have. She's got a lot of information to share with us. It's going to be fun. So I love you guys. Also, Sister Jeanette, I just wanted to thank you. I realized that I didn't call out your name before. And as a longtime supporter of mine, Jeanette Callan, I just wanted to say thank you, sister, for all your love and support, and anyone else who's made a donation or supported me along the way. I want to thank you so much. It helps me keep things like, that StreamYard logo that's up in the corner there. Yeah, you're not going to see the Teach Peace Designs banner anymore because I had to go back to the free plan for a little while, just for a little while. But in 2024, things are going to change. So they're already changing fast. It's how much can you let go of and just keep moving forward and upward, right? The great spiral up. All right, you guys, this is about all I've got for you tonight. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Don't be food, and be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. Bye, guys. Peace.